Hey guys, AldoTheWarrior, Crash Bandicoot 3. We are back and into warp room number 4. Level 16, Sphinxinator, and there's our old buddy Engine. Right. And there's 4 boxes right at the start there, you gotta remember that. Now, you can actually run over there, but for purposes of completion, we're not going to do that. Looking out my window, I see blue flashing lights, and it looks like an ambulance. Sorry, that was a random inclusion. Oh, TNT crate. On we go. Right, sunbeams. See? Dangerous. Too much vitamin C can kill you. Where's the vitamin D? I never remember. Double jumping up and up and up. Careful, careful. Easy who does it. There we go. Kaboom. Oh. Nasty. Back we go. Let's not get too cocky. Oh, what the hell. Nothing too majorly beneficial, other than Wumpa, and we can get Wumpa pretty much anywhere we want. We need the blue gem to complete this level. We don't have it yet. I do believe you can get that in level 20, so we will see that. And that means we will be coming back to Sphinxinator later on in the video. Spikes never really did me any favors. Take the high ground and you'll be fine. Kaboom. I'd like to actually keep my lives as much as I can. I've noticed the warp room 4 does like its TNT crates. Oh, not my microphone. Right, 80 out of 100, 81 out of 105, 82. And there is a trophy you can get for blasting some of these monkeys. And you can get Wumpa from them, but we're not going to waste time with them. Only 5 more, and I have a feeling all 5 of them are nitro crates. Yeah, I forgot to say that these guys are throwing things at you. It probably is going to be their own droppings. You know what they say about monkeys. We got 1 gem. We will be back for the 2nd gem. I've noticed I'm rather low, so hopefully I've just stepped in the box. Now I'm too high. Amazing. Camera positioning is so important. There we go. Now you can see me properly. And I hope that the box isn't destroyed. Thankfully there's nothing in the box. Why is that on the floor? It's just the box for Crash Bandicoot anyway, so... Anyway, on to level number 17. Bye Bye Blimps. One of my favourite rounds. One of my favourite games. Levels in the game. But it can be quite annoying. Shoot down the blimps. So the idea... Hello, bucketless gamer! And we've got to shoot down all these guys as well. Because all the boxes we need Oh dear. I am just literally blasting around as much as I can. Hopefully I can get a bit further. Oh, absolutely. This would have been really, really vicious if this was World War II or World War I. And it makes you think World War III is only going to be even worse. So let's just hope our world leaders assemble and have better things to do than cause war on us. And I didn't get all the boxes there, so I didn't get the gem. Aren't I daft? Right, we've got the crystal anyway. But we will go back and get the gem. Not an easy level to beat, but because of all the opposition you're up against. But it's still a fun level, and that's one of the reasons I love it. Oh look!
Crash Bandicoot, we meet again. Ooka Ooka and Dr. Cortex want me to teach you a lesson. Well, I made a few modifications to my mechanics since our last encounter. So back off or be deleted.
Be deleted. I think obviously Engine still thinks this is Christmas Day and is not laid off the eggnog. So at the same time, what we could do is we could do the relic run, but we're, you know, I'm not interested in doing a relic run here. I'm here for the gems. Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a lot more nuclear weapons involved, whereas nuclear weapons were only deployed by America at the end of the war last time. They had a score to settle with Japan. And that, in my view, that was just an act of murder. Yeah, Pearl Harbor was serious, really, really serious, but and was a war crime, but you know, by today's standards. But really, I'm thinking, did nuclear technology need to be used? That was just an act of murder. And yeah, I think the reason that World War III hasn't happened is because people are scared, and so they should be. They know that World War III will be devastating. It will just... I mean, Einstein said it himself, World War III will be so severe that World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones. That's how bad World War III would be. You'd be effectively killing the world in its entirety. There would be no survivors. And, well, realistically speaking. Right, come on, it's only 11 boxes. This surely isn't that difficult. Here's to there never being World War III. I'm with you on that one, buddy. I know we've got some really stupid people running the world just now, but and you know, superpowers and whatnot. But hopefully none of them are stupid enough to wage an unwinnable war. And speaking as a soldier myself, right at the end of it. So yeah, I know it's just coffee, but here's to there never being World War III. Right, level 18. Tell no tales. And we're going as Coco. And we're on the stormy seas again. In the little speedboat thing. I love these little levels. I mean, the whole thing about Crash Bandicoot, why it's endeared so much over the last 20 odd years, is how much fun it is. Even today, it's timeless as far as I'm concerned. Old, you know, veterans of the game series and newcomers will all find it fun. Same with age. Age really doesn't matter. There's something for everyone here. Male, female, whatever. This is something that babies and grandfathers, well, grandparents could enjoy equally. And that's why, in my view, Crash Bandicoot will always have a place in everyone's hearts. Follow the anchor. And try not to get hit by it, or in my case, drive into it. And yep. Out of my way, birdie! Before you lose your legs! Legs! You don't need them! Get out of the way! You're on a frickin' speedboat! Yeah, absolutely. It's the first ever game I ever played in the PlayStation, and you know I've said that on a few streams previously. Yeah, I always knew I was going to come back to Crash Bandicoot again. I have actually done this stream on Twitch. When I used to use Twitch, but me personally, I do not enjoy Twitch as much. I don't find it as accessible as YouTube streaming actually is. Much smaller audience there, whereas YouTube, everybody can engage with it. Yeah, I thought do it again. And plus, Twitch deletes your videos after a while, so the Twitch stream that I did of Crash Bandicoot was purged a long time, a few years ago. Was that? I mean, Crash 2 was the first ever game I played in the PS4, and it was the Crash Insane Trilogy, and the first of the Star Wars Battlefronts for PS4. And by the way, I do have Battlefront 2, and I am going to stream that as well at some point. A few months ago, that was actually one of the free games you get with PS Plus. It was absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed that. Now there's a few... Oh, hang on. Hang on. I know what I've got done wrong. You physically cannot get in there, but there's actually part of... You can get there. Whoop! Get my life back in track. So, Bucket List Gamer, what was the first of the Crash Bandicoot games that you played? Ooh. Oh, that was chancy. Crash Team Racing. Oh, well, check out one of the earlier streams on the channel, mate. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled is on this channel. It has been streamed, so check it out, man. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, I just ran right into that one because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I deserve that. That's what I get for for distracting myself. As in not watching where I'm going. This bit used to annoy me all the time when I was a kid and I played the original. Oh, so I've got to go that way round. Alright, I see what you're playing at. Ow. Come on. Getting distraction does happen, yeah. We all get distracted one way or another. In fact, when I was having dinner a few hours ago, I almost poured milk on my dinner onto my dinner plate instead of... I'm assuming you're meaning my coffee or my tea or something like that. Weirdly enough, I've done that too. And not only that, I actually said, sod it, I'm going to try it. And I just threw it in the bin. It just didn't work. Milk and meat do not work. They don't work together. Right, here we go. Let's keep going. There's nothing that can hurt me except the deadly weapons. And the local wildlife. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, spicy food rocks. Used to have curry all the time, and it's kind of like an unwritten law in the British Army. If you don't like curry, you're kind of in the wrong place. They always serve curry in the cookhouse, and I don't understand why, but it's probably the best thing there, considering a lot of the stuff that we do get is pretty disgusting. Right, let's navigate without driving into a shark or a bomb. That, if we can just manage that, that would be great. There's 61 out of 61. There's my way out. There is a way to get into this hidden alcove place, but I can't remember where it is. And anyway, we've got everything we need. So that's Tell No Tales done, and don't you just hate it when this happens? The coaster sticks to the bottom of your mug when you pick it up. That's just awkward. Now, level 19, Future Frenzy. And this one you need I think you need the green gem to actually. No, you need to complete relics. You need to get all the relics in order to complete this. I think it's 15 or 20 relics you need. So that means a lot of relic runs I've got to do off screen. Not like that, I don't. At least the good thing about relic runs is that you can't lose lives. You just have to start right back at the start again. That is the downside. Question is, what is the most valuable? Sapphires, emeralds, or rubies? That is a good question. I think it just depends on the market value. If I had to make a guess, I'd say they're probably as valuable as each other. But which is the most popular? I would ask would be, again, personal preference would apply here. But probably emeralds would probably be the most popular, and that's where the actual monetary value comes from. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just a small disclaimer: I'm not a jeweler or an expert in any of share prices or anything like that. That's not. I don't do that. But me personally, I'm going to say emeralds. But they're probably as valuable as each other. But no, that's quite an interesting question. What do you think, man? Or do you know? Although I will say, if we're going to talk about something else that involves rubies, sapphires, and emeralds, and I'm going to talk, and by which I'll refer to the Pokemon series, which was the best of the three? I'm going to say emerald. I know they've done a. Oh, that was stupid. I know they've done a remake of for the 3DS of a few years ago of Ruby and Sapphire, which I absolutely adored. But for the original trilogy, it's got to be Emerald. There was just so much added to it. If we're going to talk about games and whatnot and nostalgia, then that's it. Actually, I don't know, but I heard from Joe it heavily depends on how the jewels are cut. This is true. Of course, you got to also remember there's things like, you know, how the, you know, there some things that are more valuable than the jewels on their own, like rings and earrings and jewelry and whatnot. That's where most of the jewels, the actual jewels themselves, form part of. So that's going to determine their worth. So it's all about the right size. We all know that diamond is probably the most valuable jewel out of all of them. But let's not forget other things like platinum and topaz. Well, topaz is nowhere near as valuable, but crystal as well. But the jeweler's absolutely right. It depends on how they're used and how they're cut. Sneaky beaky. But no, that is a very interesting question, huh? Really cool if high-tech locks were made using particle readers that needed special keys with the appropriate gems to key on it. That would be kind of like, you know, there's that theory is kind of expanded on in games like Crash Bandicoot. There's some games that you can only get in with a particular key to certain areas, and Crash Team Racing, I remember being one of those things. You needed certain keys to get through to different zones, and they all had, and while they didn't have gems in it, they were all sparkly. So yeah, interesting. Maybe in a similar vein to the Resident Evil 2, you needed the key that corresponded to the deck of cards, but just instead of using the suit of cards specific key, maybe use a gem. Anyway, back to the game. We're too busy talking about jewels and emeralds and keys when we're actually wanting now to get to the blue gem from Tomb Raider, and there is a death route in this game, in this zone, so we just got to be very careful. So if we can just get to that, without dying, fine. And yeah, I got all the boxes from Future Frenzy there, and it kind of does prove that regardless, you just have to accept that you can't. You need the green gem to actually get through it. And I do believe you get the green gem in level 23, which is, oh crap. Now the good thing is that I could die in the bonus round, and it doesn't count as a death against me going for the death zone. But no. Hey, yep. There we go. Done and done. Press and hold the X button gives me a bit of a bounce. Oh crap, that was not a good idea. But on the upside, I should get 25 out of 25. Yep, I got it. The lives can be sacrificed, they can be earned back. It'll be fine. Ooh, Uku. Aku. I nearly said Uka Uka there. Aku Aku. We've already had a game with zombies in it. Oh, get out, get out, get out. Crash cannot swim. His hair gets all, his fur gets all. Oh. His fur gets too heavy and he can't manage. And there she goes. There's the death zone. Skull and crossbones. Let's go and get ourselves a blue gem. Damn it, I just threw a ton of coffee down my chin. I can still feel it trickling. Oh, that was a bad move, bad move. Ah. This is why I like the double jump, because you can actually avoid dying by drowning, and I can't really imagine something more panic-stricken way of going. Now, there's the end of the level. We don't want to go that way. We can actually just forfeit that, knowing that we've still got the gem regardless. And that's something that you could do in the original as well. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There we go. Now, I'm not going to risk the jump. I'm not saying that foolhardiness is not always a bad thing, but there's foolhardiness and then there's being foolish or stupid. Bit too, I would still say I would probably run into trouble there. Ooh. Big Bug doesn't like to... That's as foolhardy as I'm going to be, and I very nearly didn't make that. Did you see how close I was to actually falling down that pit and drowning? You don't fall down a pit per se, but you definitely drown. What? I'm pretty sure there was a... I never saw... Oh, that's why I didn't see it. You've got to jump over it. That's why I died, but I've got the thing that, you know, I can die all I want now. Well, as long as I don't run out of lives. Ooh, TNT crate. Right, there's... Oh, paws getting wet, paws getting wet, let's go. And there's the gem. Done. There's Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, rather. Tomb Raider was such a great game, I have to say. Uncharted has been like is like the Tomb Raider of the 21st century. I've never really enjoyed Tomb Raider games beyond the first generation. On the Doctor Engine. Do you know what language the Rosetta Stone was written in?
You want to go a few rounds? When this is over, we'll see who is obsolete.
Obsolete. I'm gonna say it was hieroglyphics, because those were from the tombs. It's like ancient Egyptian. But I would have thought that. I always loved fighting this boss because you got to pilot this spaceship. Oh. Let's take out his... This guy looks like a massive Power Ranger now. And Power Rangers were obviously a thing of the 90s. Got him. Ah, that's interesting. The Rosetta Stone was what allowed the archaeologists to read hieroglyphics. Oh, look at this. We have an addition. Oh, that ship has just gone into badass mode. And engine's just got a new one. Oh, how awesome does my new ship look? Engine always was like a two-phase boss in a way, and that's why it was so good. Yeah, I always kind of did like sending Engine into deep space anyway, and he liked to be in deep space so anyway, and that's why. Oh, he sent me into deep space, but anyway, it just means we get to fight him again, and this is awesome. The bosses are kind of like you only fight them once, but Crash 3, thinking back on it, the original was actually the first one of the entire series to allow you to fight the bosses more than once. You could actively access those bosses. Ah. Get rid of your Power Ranger. Is anybody here from post 2000 and hasn't a clue what Power Rangers are? Then Google them. And that's such a 21st century thing to say. I mean, back in the day, we didn't have Google. We didn't have internet. I'm not saying I'm old, I'm saying I'm just of an age, just that I am of the age that invented Google. Before that we had to physically go and check this thing called a dictionary or an encyclopedia and go and find it ourselves. This is the days before Google and Wikipedia. But would I go back to that kind of time? No. I don't want to be reminded how old I am. Come on. Bye-bye. Oh, yes. The bazooka. 100% health as well. That'll do. Right, back to Sphinxinator to get that second gem.
It's funny how history repeats itself. Yet again, Engine has failed to defeat you.
What? For this we must destroy you.
Oh, my aching head. I'm not feeling myself these days. So the end is in sight. Gather another 5 crystals, and again you will have foiled my plan. Or will you?
As much as I like this guy who does Cortex, Clancy Brown is the best Cortex. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, back to Sphinxinator. Let's get the second gem, and then we'll end the video. But I'm just going to do another video just to, you know, I'm going to do another video on top of this. Right, now, just to see what's over here, there's how you do it. We've already got the gem for completing the boxes, so we don't really need to worry too much about it. I saw another... Ooh. I saw Darker Raven. She does a stream of a game called Detroit Become Human. It's one of these choice games, and I'm not a massive fan of choice games, but Clancy Brown has a part to play in it, and I think he was fantastic in that. Lieutenant Anderson. Okay, in the UK we say lieutenant, but and you know it is Queen's English to call it that. But and I've known many lieutenants in my time in the army, but well, and other places. But anyway, irrelevant. He does fantastic. I've yet to see him in any acting role, voice acting and whatnot, where he doesn't give a good performance. But Crash for me will always be the best one he ever did. I know he did. It was Brendan O'Brien was the original Cortex. He was also the guy who did Embryo, and he was all right. But Clancy Brown just took that part by the neck. You just can't imagine anybody else doing Cortex anywhere near as good. Oh, that was unfortunate. Right. Anyway, moving on. It's... Oh, how I survived that, I don't know. Let's move on. Kind of using the blocks to slow us down. Yep. Just bagged ourselves a sneaky little life. And the thing about this is that it can also give you a bit of a hang time and it can save your life, as it did just there. So we got the second gem pretty effortlessly there. Well, touch wood. So we'll do that. So I'm going to leave the video there. I will be back in just a moment. So Bucket List Gamer, hope you hang around for that. But as always guys, if you're watching this, thank you for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give the like button a smack. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon for notification of future videos, and don't forget to share. And I'll go into your channels as well. And I'll see you in the next video very soon. Take care.